Okay, Victor, it's your turn to talk to our friends at Messiah College. I was thinking it would be good if you started out telling them 3 things that you love.
Oh, I have a good one.
Okay.
Well, I am really obsessed with lightsabers and Jedi and robots and droids and like Star Wars. And I'm also obsessed with Toy Story. And I'm also really obsessed with snap circuits and electronics.
So Star Wars, Toy Story,
No,
and electronics.
Star Wars, and Jedi.
So all things Star Wars. And I know a lot of times you talk about things you'd like to invent. Yep. I think you're going to have to put your head up so everybody can hear you. Now, we all have things that we don't like. What are some things that
Snowman.
Snowman, okay.
Yeah, so we have this snowman, and it's basically a snowman that sings Jingle Bells.
And you don't like that?
Yeah,
You don't like the way it sounds?
Yeah, I'm not afraid of it.
Okay.
I like it, but I just don't like how loud it is.
Okay, so that's one thing you don't like. Is there anything else that you don't like?
Oh, I remember this. I remember the time when it was rest time for me, and I fell asleep, and the first thing I knew was, and there was a jackhammer down.
A jackhammer, yes. We don't like jackhammers either. Okay, so things that are noisy you don't like. Is there something else you don't like? Or is that it?
I used to have a singing stocking.
Yeah.
Is that on the step?
Okay, so you also don't like...
Is that...
No, we put it away. It's not. You don't like the singing stocking. Okay, now, I think that they would also like to know about some of the things that you use at school to help you out that maybe other students don't use. And can you tell us why there are some things that you use that your other friends at school don't use? How do you describe yourself to other people sometimes?
I'll describe them. I'm Victor, and I come from... I am Victor, and I am actually visually impaired.
You're visually
And
impaired.
visually impaired actually means I can't see as well as you guys, only in one eye.
Okay, so one eye doesn't see anything.
Yeah, but I can see as well as you guys in the other eye.
Do you think you can?
I really can.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that actually with your right eye, you can see things if they're right in front of your eye. Like how you take a book or you take a picture and you put it right up to your eye to see what it is.
With my right eye?
With your right eye.
No!
Oh, no?
No!
Okay.
I can see Eden right now.
Can you? Okay. But
No.
now, would you be able to read a book if it had regular print in it?
Not like the big print.
Big print. If it's really, really big, you can tell me the letters,
I know,
can't you?
even from far away.
You think? But that would be really hard on your eyes, and
Yeah,
it
it
would
would
give
be-
you a headache.
It would really give me a headache.
Yeah, so you have learned to read and write a different way.
One time I had a dream that I did that, and when I woke up, I actually had a headache
Yeah.
from that dream.
Yeah, so you...
Has that ever happened to you?
No, I have never dreamed about that.
I
So
know.
you read and write using what?
Braille.
Braille. And so I brought your smart Brailler outside here,
Yep.
and I would like you to show our friends at Messiah College how you write with the smart Brailler.
Yeah. First, I'm going to show them the contractions.
Okay, you show us some contractions.
So, here's the strong contractions.
Okay, just you give us a couple of them.
I'll give that. There's only like... Ready?
Okay.
And
So you just did
the
one dot cell, and it was a whole word.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that would be definitely something that they would have... Oh, and that's the letter ER, but it just was one...
with.
All right, can you...
And then there's one more.
Okay.
Of.
So
And 4 of the width.
so they are all just...
Four.
It's almost like a letter, but it's a whole word. Now, can you show us some of the letters?
There's actually more contractions, but I'll show you that in another.
Okay.
At the end of the video.
Okay, so just show us a few more things.
This is a T.
Okay.
So
T. That.
But it's also a word, so it's the letter T.
yep.
But if you were reading it and it was just that in the middle of a sentence, you would know that it means the word that.
Yeah, but if I make a mistake and I'm in the first cell, I can't erase it. Because what? Because
That's a really good point. Keep
Are
going.
you focusing on the current?
Yep, we've got it. Just keep
Okay,
going.
So I can't erase.
T.
You see?
It is hard to erase on there, isn't it? And that's
No,
a
it
good
isn't.
point.
It's
Oh,
actually
it's not.
really easy.
Okay. But what if you finished the whole thing, took the paper out, and then
Erase
somebody
T.
told you there was something wrong? That would be kind of hard to fix, wouldn't it?
No.
4.
No.
All I would have to do is roll it into that spot.
Okay,
and-
true.
And then I would go back, boom.
But I do know something that's difficult. So your friends at school learn how to edit by putting little symbols in and
I
saying,
can-
oops, you missed a word, or
I do that with stickers.
stickers, right. But it is more difficult for you to go back and edit something small, or even if you had to add a whole sentence, you would not be able to do that on the Smart Brailler. Right? It would be much more difficult.
Wait a minute. I
Uh-huh.
do not know. I don't know because I really don't know.
Okay.
But
All right. So I have 2 more questions for the Smart Brailler, and then we're gonna move on to something else. How would you show me that something is a capital letter?
4. And the without 4.
sorry.
That's okay. How would
But it's you can so it's .6.
Cap.
So you start with .6, and then the next letter that you type is a capital.
Yeah.
Like if you were doing your name.
V.
And V is also a contraction.
Mm-hmm.
There's some letters in my name that's contractions, like V, C, T, and R.
Good. Okay. Now, I have a question for you. I have tried to learn Braille, and I have tried to type some stories for you. What do you think about my Braille?
Well, there was one story where she did something wrong,
Yeah.
and if I was grading that paper, I would give it a C plus.
A C plus for
With-
one mistake?
Yeah.
And what was my mistake? Do you remember?
It was a TH contraction mixed up with a the.
Right.
Without a
So
fly.
let's explain that if we want to write the
Without a
word
fly.
they, we would just do the contraction for the word the and put a Y on it, right? Yeah. But I made a mistake and I used the contraction for TH and put a Y on it. So instead of saying they, it said thy.
And then
And that really bothered you.
yeah,
Yeah. And sometimes
and I would just give you a C plus
a C plus.
with only.
And there have been a few times you've pointed out that I forgot a space, or I should have used a contraction, but I spelled out the word. But overall, okay, forgetting about that one that really bothered you, overall, how have I been doing?
A plus.
A plus. Oh, thank you, Victor. That makes me feel so good.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we are almost finished. I would like you to think of a few more things you can tell your friends at Messiah College that you love to do when you have free time. What are the things you like to play with? Or games you like to play?
I love to go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese, yes.
Yeah.
What about some things at home? Oh, Eden needs to be able to see your face. Okay, what about some things at home?
I love to play with Legos, and I love to play with Sorry, you can hear the chickens. Someone's probably alone.
That's okay. Yeah, they can hear the chickens. But what are the other things you like to play with? You like to play Legos?
And I have a brother named Isaac. You might have met him before, but if you haven't, he has minifigures, Lego minifigures, and they are really cool. Some of them are Star Wars, and he even has a Palpatine with a lightning force.
All right. I bet some of your friends at Messiah also have had Legos like that. Can you wave and say goodbye?
Wait a minute.